Well, good morning. Welcome back. We do have a couple of showers or areas of drizzle that are trying to move in. It's 40 degrees now, and I don't expect a ton of rain today, but an occasional little shower, quick passer, but cloudy most of the day, upper 40s at noon, hoping to get into the low 50s with a big change coming tomorrow, Evrod.
And let's take a look at traffic for you this morning. Our MDOT camera shows you I-94 right at Merivin, and you can see this is in Romulus. Traffic volume is pretty light this morning. No issues on the roads just yet.
We do have a warning for you. You want to be careful the next time that you purchase items online with certain retailers because the items might just be fake.
So there is a new report from the Government Accountability Office that warns products sold on sites like Amazon, Walmart, and even eBay, believe it or not, might actually be counterfeit. 47 products were tested, 20 of which were fake. Products included makeup, travel mugs, and even phone chargers. Companies say customers should take precautions and buy directly from the brand's website. I have bought phone chargers on Amazon, and they don't work as well.
Not exactly what you thought you were getting.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that they probably were fake.
Time now is 5:26. New in our next half hour, a Metro Detroit mail crook busted.
Plus, we're going to update you on two breaking stories that we're following for you. There was a man who was wanted for attacking a woman inside of a parking garage. Well, he's now in custody. We'll have details on that, and two people found dead in Southfield. Our Rob Maloney is going to have a live report coming up.
Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
We are following breaking news out of Southfield, where a man and a woman have been found dead outside of an apartment complex. We'll have a live report from there in just a moment.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. If you are just waking up with us, it's already been a busy morning. We've got a lot of breaking news to get you caught up on.
We also want to get you prepared because there is a change in the weather. Brandon is forecasting the return of winter.
What?
Tomorrow is going to be the tale of 2 days. It'll be spring and winter in sort of reverse order. We should be getting winter into spring, right? But today it is still on the mild side. Metro zone numbers here. Metro Airport at 40. It's 44 in Taylor, 37 Livonia. Windsor's at 41. As we look at our south zone, 45 down near Lambertville, 42 Blissfield, 39 in Saline. And our west zone from Ann Arbor up into Livingston County, middle 30s to low 40s. We do have 44 over in Howell, and mild numbers even in our north zone. Lapeer at 46, Capac 42, it's 45 in Melvin. And your numbers for the day, low 40s through 8 a.m. Some spotty areas of drizzle. So we need the umbrellas today, but not using them a whole lot. You'll need them even more so tomorrow, but today is sort of preparation day. Upper 40s to low 50s. Again, a spotty area of drizzle or two, but not expecting a ton of wet weather today. Things change tomorrow, and Rhonda will bring details of, boy, what could be some decent snow for your Thursday.
Oh, trying to get mentally prepared for that one, Brandon. Thank you. We do want to keep you updated on construction that's happening in the Pontiac area. M59 in both directions, actually just the westbound side, excuse me. M59 on the westbound side between Woodward and Telegraph. You're going to find construction there today. Between 7 this morning and 5 p.m., one lane will be open through that stretch, so anticipate delays.
It is 5:32, and we want to get you updated on breaking news that we've been following for you. We've just learned that the man wanted in connection to an armed robbery and attempted sexual assault in the downtown Detroit Opera House parking garage has turned himself in.
Yes, this is a significant development. We're told that it's a 25-year-old man. This is surveillance video of the person, and he is currently being questioned by police. Tuesday night, investigators released video of him following a 61-year-old woman into the Detroit Opera House parking lot. This happened on Monday night. It's alleged that once inside of that garage, the man robbed and physically assaulted the woman and then tried to sexually assault her, but she was able to fight him off. The man fled, but again, he has turned himself in and is now being questioned by police. Meanwhile, the other breaking news that we're following is out of Southfield, and it is a troubling one. Two people found dead outside of an apartment complex.
Let's get out to Local 4's Rob Maloney. He is there working the story for us. Rod, what have you learned?
Well, we've learned that the police are about ready to clear the scene here. Just moments ago, they towed away the vehicle that apparently one of the people involved in this murder-suicide was shot in. Although when we saw the vehicle, the windows were not shot out, but there was a lot of glass on the ground around the murder scene that we were able to see as the police were processing the scene. 50-year-old man, 20-year-old woman is what we're told were involved in this situation. The gunfire happening last night in the overnight hours, and it was one of those situations where we're not certain who shot whom and how. We're certainly waiting for the Southfield Police Department to tell us more about that. The location of this is the Evergreen Meadows, which is just down the street from the Southfield Civic Center at the corner of Evergreen and I-696. And they have been here most of the night, and it was a gruesome scene, to say the least. And so we're waiting for Southfield Police to give us more information. Certainly when we have that, we'll pass it along. Reporting live from Southfield, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All righty, Rod, thank you. It is at 5:34 now, and police in St. Clair Shores are on the lookout this morning for someone that they say fired several BB gun shots at a woman's car while she was driving. This happened Monday around midnight on Jefferson, right where Grosse Pointe and St. Clair Shores meet. The woman said that she was driving and thought that she'd hit a rock until her driver's side window shattered. Investigators say that there have been several incidents similar to this one, but there's no indication that these cases are connected. And fortunately, that woman was not hurt, and no injuries have been reported in the other cases. A former Harper Woods police officer accused of stealing from an evidence room last year faced sentencing this week. This is 37-year-old Michael Lynch. He pleaded guilty to possession of a controlled substance and misconduct in office on Tuesday and was sentenced to 2 years probation and must enroll in a drug treatment facility. All 6 larceny charges were dismissed. And over to Novi now, police arrested a man wanted in connection to a series of mail thefts from all across Metro Detroit. This is Lonnie Shoemaker. He's accused of stealing more than 370 pieces of mail right from homeowners' mailboxes. Shoemaker was arrested after leading police on a high-speed chase Tuesday afternoon.
Well, we are back in the phone bank, and this is our tax help phone bank this morning. If you haven't done your taxes yet, not to worry, the filing deadline isn't until April 17th, so we have you covered. You can call the number on your screen, 313-298-WDIV, and talk to tax experts from the Michigan Association of CPAs. And I am joined by a CPA this morning, Lorena Benzik. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Well, let's talk about deductions. That's one of the things when you're filing your taxes, you want to know what you're eligible for. Is there any advice you have in terms of different types of deductions to try and get more money back?
Well, just go through all the information you have. Some of the deductions you can take are if you're a homeowner, the mortgage interest. If you are a student and you took out a student loan, you can deduct the interest and you can even deduct the tuition.
Okay. And then what about for married couples? You know, you always hear, well, you can file together or you can file single. What do you recommend?
Actually, generally, if you are married, you should file jointly because you can obtain more deductions and more tax credits that way. Okay, there are a few circumstances where you can file separately.
Okay. And then what about as far as if you're single? You don't have those advantages of being a student, you don't have kids, and you don't have a mortgage. Is there any deductions for someone like that?
Yes, you can still take the student loan deduction and the tuition, and if you're a homeowner or even a renter or a heating credits, you can obtain all of that. Just bring all your documents to your tax preparer and they will figure it out based on what the numbers you have.
And then in terms of the Michigan Association of CPAs, I know you have your experts here answering questions, but is there a way that we can contact you after our phone bank today?
You definitely can. You can go to our website, the Michigan Association of CPAs, that's micpa.org, and you can search for one of us depending on your situation.
Okay. And then some people have the question, because there have been changes to the tax codes and the tax law, does that apply to the filing this year?
Thank goodness, no. Come back to us next year. The usual laws are still happening right now for 2017. We are actually learning and training right now to prepare for next year, so come back to us next year.
And is there anything that we should know? I mean, we have to get through our taxes, but we're also in a new tax season now for the year of 2018. Is there anything that we should be aware of?
Generally, depends on your situation. If you are in a business or something more complicated than that, then I suggest you get together with your professional right now because you may have to do some tax planning now. For example, you may have to change the structure of your business.
And then last question, if we're doing any home improvements or anything like that, making our houses more efficient, is there any write-offs for things like that?
If you're a business, yes.
Okay. All right, Lorena, thank you so much. It looks like just about everybody is on the phone now, so I'll let you get back to your open phone because we still have space for more questions. This is happening all day long here at Local 4. We are happy to answer your questions with our tax experts. So just call the number on your screen, 313-298-WDIV. That's 313-298-9348. Thank you so much. Evrod, back to you.
Very good information, Rhonda. Thank you. It is 5:38, and most crooks run away from police, right? Well, not in this case. Just ahead, a pair of dumb suspects who pulled off one of the worst escape attempts ever. But first, no shirt, no shoes or clothes, no service. After the break, the mail carrier refusing to stop at this nudist camp.
Is it?
All right, welcome back, everybody, and come close to your TV screen because you're going to want to see this, and I'm interested to see what this is going to be about, too, because we know very few things prevent mail from being delivered. Not rain, snow, heat, or even gloom will get in the way. But what about a full moon?
Residents in a Florida nudist community, but you didn't know there was one of those down there, they say that they are being discriminated against because one mail carrier refuses to deliver their mail inside of the gates of their compound. And when they complained, a USPS manager told them carriers are not required to enter the resort if it offends them. Residents say on a regular basis they have no issues getting their mail, but when one particular carrier fills in, they don't get their packages. USPS says that the carrier is not in the wrong here.
Now listen, I have been to a nudist colony.
Have you?
For work. Listen, get no ideas.
Okay.
And
Can make you uncomfortable.
To say the least.
Yeah.
You know, and if they're going to collect their mail, where are they supposed to collect? Let's just say when I went there, I saw a lot.
You could understand.
And it was for an assignment, and I am glad
a lot of blurred video.
A lot of blurred. Some big, some small. It is 5:43, everybody. A group of distinguished World War II veterans were honored in a street renaming ceremony on Tuesday at the Selfridge Air National Guard Base.
This is amazing. The Tuskegee Airmen were the first African-American pilots in history and became famous for their missions and their red-tailed airplanes. Brigadier General John Slocum said that it was an honor to have a street renamed for the airmen.
It's our honor to make part of this base permanently named. You know, it's a symbolic thing that we're doing, but you need to know that it comes from our heart. And I certainly appreciate the time that you've spent, the investment you've made, and the wonderful things you've done for Selfridge, for Michigan, and for our country.
Oh, I just love that.
Yeah, and we appreciate them as well. Selfridge is renaming the street on base from Birch Street to Tuskegee Airmen Way. And I know that you have a connection too, right?
I do. My grandfather is a Tuskegee Airman. He passed away, but it is certainly a great honor. I remember as a kid growing up, we were at Selfridge all the time.
Yeah, hearing his stories and stuff like that.
So a wonderful honor. Very nice. Let's get over to Brandon and talk about this big old change in the weather.
Yeah, it's not a huge change today, but a little more cloud cover and a little bit cooler, but kind of had to go that way after yesterday, right? Sunrise time this morning, 7:10 a.m., and the sun sets tonight at 6:22 p.m. Hope you're waking up well. Taking a look at some of the numbers out there, not too bad. The clouds are a little blanket of insulation, right? 40 degrees at Metro, 43 Troy and Howell. Ann Arbor, always one of the cooler spots at 36, but numbers into the 40-degree range still at 8 a.m. with clouds and a few spotty showers, especially south of, we'll say, 7 miles, something like that. But as we head through the noon hour, just mainly clouds, a hint or two of sun, a little bit of drizzle, but most of the day is more dry than wet. Tomorrow, the opposite. I would keep the umbrella handy today in case you need it, but more so for tomorrow. Upper 40s to low 50s today. And you see a few showers. Anybody driving south down into Ohio, certainly getting into the lion's share of the wet weather out there. But we see some rain that is moving through the southern third of lower Michigan here, and it'll be cruising across. Tomorrow, we get the combination of a new storm over the southwest, combining with the current situation circulation to our south, and everything gets ramped up a little bit for rain and snow chances tomorrow. But notice the model here through the day today, just a little splotchy return, a quick little hit and shower or drizzle. That's about it. As we head through tomorrow, it's morning drive trouble. This should be mainly rain. May see a few areas of a little bit of sleet, but too warm for any freezing rain or ice. So as we go through the day, it could be a ½ an inch to an inch of rain. And then in the mid to late afternoon, a switch over to snow for several hours. And the models are all over the place, but the GFS, this is one that we think will verify a little bit more, with an inch or two possible around most of Metro Detroit. But remember, we're going to get quite a bit of rain before the snow, so the initial onset of snow accumulating will be on the difficult side. Whoever gets into the snow first and for the longest obviously gets the most snow. But another model here is really overplaying things, has some areas getting 6 inches of snow. And I think if it were really cold out and we had a couple of these systems, and then that situation tomorrow may happen, but rain mostly into snow late. That will stack up a little bit, but it is drier for the weekend, Rhonda. We're cooling down, and I do see hints of winter all over the forecast next week.
We'll try and get ourselves mentally prepared after thinking so much like spring was in the air. Here's the construction you need to know about today. It's the southbound side of I-75, this time between Adams Road and Big Beaver. Only one lane will be open, so expect delays between 7 this morning and 7 p.m. tonight. Again, only on the southbound side. And then that southbound ramp, this is the southbound I-75 ramp from Crooks. So the Crooks ramp onto I-75 southbound closed from 7 this morning until 7 p.m. tonight. And a reminder, all morning long, we have tax help for you in our phone bank, the Michigan Association of CPAs. The experts are here to answer your calls. So make sure you pick up the phone and call this number if you have any tax questions. 313-298-WDIV. It's 313-298-9348. Pick up the phone and give them a call right now. They'll answer your questions. Over to you, Evrod.
All righty, thank you, Rhonda. It's 5:48, and as we wrap up Black History Month, the Motown Museum is hosting a very special event today, a Black Legacy program to celebrate Black businesses. And joining me now to talk about it is Museum Director Raina Baker. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
I love the Motown Museum. It's very close to my heart, so I love getting a chance to talk to you guys about what you're doing.
Yep.
The Black Legacy program. Kind of explain what that is.
Sure. So we're excited to host this. It's our first year hosting it, and it's a celebration of the entrepreneurial spirit behind the Motown Museum and, of course, Motown Records Company. And it's also a celebration of other profound businesses in the city.
Specifically Black-owned businesses, which, of course, we know Berry Gordy started one of them right here in the city of Detroit, Motown Records. Go into that just a little bit.
Sure. So a lot of people know about the music of Motown, but we really want to leverage the business brilliance. So tonight we'll talk about how these businesses have been sustained by their family philosophies. And we know, and we'll share actually, how the Gordy family's philosophies helped Berry Gordy to start the Motown Record Company.
We've got all the information there on your screen if you'd like to attend. It's today from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's at Tech Town. The address is right there on your screen. One of the cool things, though, that I learned going to the Motown Museum is that Berry Gordy not only started Motown Records, but he came from a family of business owners.
Absolutely. So the Gordy family, or his parents, wanted each of their children to take up something, create something, take ownership. And so Motown Records wasn't the first business.
Right.
They had grocery stores, they had printing businesses, and other avenues of business. So he started the business with an $800 loan, and it grew into a multi-million-dollar corporation.
Yeah, he turned that $800, he flipped it. He did really well for himself.
Yeah.
It is very important for people to attend this because you guys are also going to be giving some secrets, some business advice.
Absolutely. So we'll hear some of the success and failure stories of these businesses, but they'll also offer expert business advice for the next generation of entrepreneurs. This event is moderated by Tech Town's own Paul Reiser Jr. We'll also have Warren Galloway giving 10 easy steps to starting your business. So it's for young people, it's for those interested in starting businesses, and Motown enthusiasts alike. Absolutely.
So if this is for you, you definitely want to attend tonight. Why is this something that the Motown Museum wanted to be involved in?
We are dedicated to creating a platform of opportunity for young people especially. So we do that through a lot of our programming for artists, but now we really want to leverage that business brilliance again.
Very cool. Well, we appreciate you guys and all you do for the city of Detroit, shining a spotlight on something great that we can be proud of here as Detroiters. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Rhonda, we'll send it over to you.
Oh, what a great opportunity. Take advantage of it. Time now is 5:51, and you go this way, I'll go that way. No, wait, reverse that. After the break, a pair of dumb crooks caught on camera.
New laws.
Quick little shower activity coming into Jackson and Hillsdale County, and those will be riding into Lenawee, Washtenaw, Monroe, maybe Wayne County here for a little bit of light rain and drizzle, sort of coming and going. 40 degrees now, and with clouds most of the day and a couple of very light showers. We're a little cooler today. We hit 60 yesterday, Rhonda, but only low 50s with clouds through the afternoon.
All right, Brandon, and once again, Kim DeGiulio has the day off today, so we are covering traffic for you. And good news, we are looking good along I-94. This is right at Connor. We have light traffic volumes and no delays to pass along your way this time around.
It is 5:55, everybody, and the Winter Olympics might be over, but one Detroit elementary school just brought home the gold.
Yes, we are so proud of these kids. Take a look at them. This is the University Prep Science and Math Elementary Chess Team Champions. They came out on top this week, beating nearly 30 other Michigan schools to reign champions of the Elementary State Chess Championship. The win comes after the school was ranked first at the Detroit Metro Scholastic Chess League for the second year in the row, and now they move on to the Nationals in Nashville, Tennessee to compete in May. Good luck to all those kids.
The crowd goes wild.
Yes, we're so proud of you.
A round of applause for them. Yeah, absolutely. Well, after the runaway box office success of Black Panther, Disney has announced that it's going to be donating $1 million to help develop STEM programs here in the U.S.
This is awesome. The company announced that it will give the grant to the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Of course, we've got chapters right here in Detroit. It's all to help to expand the STEM curriculum and establish new STEM centers in dozens of cities. To date, Black Panther, by the way, has grossed more than $700 million. It is a huge blockbuster hit.
I have a friend who has seen it 8 times.
I know. People are going multiple times. And then I like how they're update us on social media. It's still good. It's still good.
It is very good. This, not so good, though. A call to Arizona police about shoplifting quickly turned into something out of a comedy show when this dumb duo ran right towards the police station after their crime spree.
Yes, they did. While police were en route to the scene, they spotted the suspect vehicle at a convenience store, and that's when they saw a man and a woman running. Take a look. Police say that they ran directly towards the front doors of the Peoria police station. You're making it too easy. They were caught on camera running along the building before jumping the fence to break into jail.
Yeah, the two were arrested. They're charged with shoplifting and trespassing. I imagine it went something like this. They run in, help us, the police are after us. And the person at the desk was like, oh, come on in, you can be safe right here. We'll keep you right in behind these bars. They won't catch you.
You know what? Karma sometimes can happen very instantly, and in their case it did.
No crime, guys.
5:57 is your time. Ahead at 6 o'clock. Local stories from Detroit, Westland, and Riverview.
Plus a warning for parents, the partnership that will have a lot of kids asking for a Happy Meal. We'll have that when we come back.
And we are also following some very troubling breaking news out of Southfield, where a man and a woman were found shot to death right outside of an apartment complex. Our Rod Maloney is live with an update after the break.
Vote now for Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
In a deadly discovery, our breaking news this morning is out of Southfield, where a man and woman were found shot to death, and police believe that one of them pulled the trigger.
Plus, in custody, the man who's wanted in connection with a terrifying attack in a downtown, very popular parking garage has now turned himself in.
And hit and run, the moment a man crossing the street clipped by a car, and it's all caught on camera. And now the search is on for the driver that took off.
I can't believe it's 6 o'clock already.
It is 6 o'clock already here on your Wednesday morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for waking up with us. We'll get you updated on those two big stories that we're following for you in just a moment. But we actually have a third big story. That's in the weather department.
Right, because apparently we thought spring was here to stay.
Really
but Brandon is bringing us down back to reality.
Just further proof that people only listen to part of what I say. And we do enjoy the here and now. A couple of days of unusually warm weather. Yesterday, 60 with winds that were gusting over 30 miles an hour as the one caveat. But today, clouds and a couple of areas of very light rain. 41 on the mild side. Winds are on the lighter side today as well. At the bus stops this morning, sunrise is 7:10, probably just getting a little bit of that. More clouds than breaks in the clouds, and even a couple of scattered showers through 7 and 8 o'clock, depending on where you are. Coming and going with some areas of drizzle, but I think most of the day will be on the drier side. 52 as the kids get off the school bus, so we're not out of the spring-like weather yet. We do have spring-like rain trying to cruise in here out of Jackson and Hillsdale counties. And you see our south zone, maybe downriver as well as we head through the morning hours for a better chance for a shower. Rhonda, how are we looking on the roads early on a Wednesday?
We're looking great, Brandon. If you're hitting the road along the Lodge, I-94, the Southfield Freeway, we have no accidents or delays to pass along your way. 75 looking good as well. And here's the view from one of our traffic cameras along I-96 right at the Telegraph interchange, and you can see traffic volumes are still light and no accidents to pass along your way. We do want to get you to our breaking news that we first brought you on our Click on Detroit app. You likely woke up to this troubling news.
And right now, police in Southfield are investigating after a man and a woman were found shot to death at the Evergreen Meadows apartment complex. Local 4's Rod Maloney is there for us live now this morning. Rod, I know you've been talking to investigators. What have you learned?
Well, what we've learned so far is that it appears to be a murder-suicide. A man in his 50s and a woman in her 20s, both dead out here this morning, both outside the apartment here at the Evergreen Meadows, which is just behind me here. I'm going to show you some video that we shot within the last half hour. You're going to see video of a tow truck towing a green GMC Envoy out of here. Turns out that this vehicle was next to the murder scene. There were two vehicles because this was in front of a condo. And so they were apparently, or at least one of the people who was shot and killed was in between this vehicle and another Jeep that was just towed out of here about 10 minutes ago. And so Southfield police are investigating, trying to figure out precisely what happened. And there was glass on the ground. In fact, the Jeep had the driver's side window shot out as it left. And it's a situation that Southfield police are still trying to figure out. They've been here all night and are just now beginning to clear this scene. So as it stands right now, we're waiting for word on the victims, the IDs and so forth, and what the situation was here. And we'll certainly be bringing you the update on that as soon as we have it. Reporting live in Southfield, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All righty, Rod, thank you for the update.
Very troubling. Rod, thank you. 6:03 is your time. And our other breaking news we're following as we have learned that the man wanted in connection to an armed robbery and attempted sexual assault in a downtown Detroit parking garage has turned himself in overnight. The 25-year-old man is currently being questioned by police. On Tuesday night, this video of the man was released by police. Detroit police say that this man followed a 61-year-old woman into the Detroit Opera House parking garage here in downtown Detroit on Monday night. Once inside, it's alleged that he robbed and physically assaulted her. During the incident, she was able to fight the man off and he fled. Again, he has since turned himself in and is being questioned by police. And more breaking news, and this time from Detroit's west side this morning. That's where police are currently investigating a critical shooting, and this is on Curtis near Forer Street, just west of Greenfield. Investigators are telling Local 4 a 32-year-old man was shot in the head during a shootout between two vehicles. He is listed in critical condition. Police also say that moments before, two other cars crashed at that same intersection, and we are continuing to monitor the investigation. We'll keep you updated when we learn more.
Hundreds of friends, family, and loved ones came together for a vigil to honor and pay tribute to the victims of a quadruple murder on Detroit's west side. That vigil was held on the corner of Fenkel and West Parkway Tuesday night, just feet from that Sunoco gas station where 27-year-old George Davis Jr. shot the mother of his child, Sierra Barganier, her father, Raphael Hall, and Kristen Thomas, who was simply just getting a ride from them. Davis then shot and killed his cousin at a nearby home, all before going down to northern Ohio and killing himself. Many who attended this vigil were members of Citadel of Praise Church, where Raphael Hall was a deacon.
Just his presence and his smile. He was just such a good person.
And he'll certainly be missed. Right now, police are saying that it's still not clear why Davis went on this killing spree.
The search continues in the Downriver area this morning, where police are searching for a driver who hit a man that was crossing the street. It happened last night on Riverview at Fort Street in Pennsylvania. Take a look at your screen. The victim says that he was crossing the street when a car hit him and didn't look back.
I get across the first lane, half of the second lane, and then I saw a car coming to my right side, and then he clipped me, and I went flying across the other side of the road.
And thankfully, he is able to talk about it. Police are looking for the driver of the dark-colored SUV to hear their side of the story. If you have information about the incident, contact Riverview Police.
Wayne Westland Community Schools will continue opening today, resuming classes as scheduled after being closed for threat investigations. Both school and law enforcement officials investigated the possible threats posted on social media, and they found that there was no imminent danger to students or staff. However, district officials say that an increased police presence will be felt. Wayne Westland is just one of many local communities, though, where threats have closed schools following that Parkland, Florida shooting. And as you can see here on this map, there have been at least 20 closings across Metro Detroit, most of which involve social media in some sort of way.
Vice President Mike Pence is set to visit Michigan on Friday. According to a Politico report, he's expected to attend an event to promote and address how the recent tax overhaul affects residents of Detroit and Michigan. He is also expected to attend a fundraiser in Southfield to raise money for the GOP House candidates.
It is 6:07 on your Wednesday morning, and ahead we got some big news from Big Sean. We'll tell you what the Detroit-based rapper, plans to bring to the city.
Yeah, something exciting in the entertainment department. Also, Jason Carr joins us now. He's in our tax help phone bank this morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you. We have a tax help for you, a phone bank happening right here at Local 4. All of these smiling, intelligent individuals standing by live to answer your questions. Experts ready to take your calls about anything and everything tax related. The number to call, 313-298-WDIV. That's 313-298-9348. Coming up next, what you can do to get your refund back as soon as possible.
We've got the biggest...
Welcome back, everybody. On this final day of Black History Month, we honor the late John W. Barfield. On this last day, Barfield began his career as a janitor with no formal education past the 10th grade, but with a strong work ethic and spiritual principles, he founded 6 successful companies, including Bartech Group, based in Southfield, which became a $1 billion international business working with firms like General Motors. In 2015, he wrote Starting from Scratch, the humble beginnings of a $2 billion enterprise. Barfield lived in Ann Arbor and passed away of natural causes at the age of 90 in January. We're back in a moment.
Wednesday, 10.
Well, it is almost tax time. You still have a few days. Taxes are due on April 17th. So to help those who have not filed just yet, all morning long, we are holding a tax help for you phone bank with experts sitting by who can answer any questions that you might have.
Yes, and you have more than just a few days.
You got like 50 days.
No need for panic. Yeah, Jason Carr joins us out live inside of the phone bank. And don't worry, he has the right people there, some very smart CPAs to answer all your questions this morning. Good morning, Jason.
I'm actually working out right now, you guys. This is the U.S. Master Tax Guide 2017 edition from University of Kentucky, Michigan State, and Purdue. This thing weighs as much as a bowling ball, but thankfully you don't need to know what's in here. We have representatives here from the Michigan Association of CPAs to answer your questions. They've got all the tips. They know this inside and out, including ways to make sure you get your return back quickly. The most important thing of all. Look, the phones are already ringing.
If you file electronically, so we would use a software to file electronically, and usually you'll have to check with either the IRS website or the Michigan State website, and it'll tell you actually how many days you have or how many weeks before you can expect your refund. If you file by paper, it tends to take longer, like a month or two.
The tax man, yeah, the tax man. We have information on everything you should prepare for your filing on clickondetroit.com. You can call all morning with your questions or concerns. We have the number on the screen, 313-298-WDIV. That's 313-298-9348. We'll see you in about 30 minutes, and in the meantime, feel free to keep these people busy. They have all the answers to your burning tax questions.
Yes, they do. It's a great resource. Thank you, Jason.
I'm proud to say that as of February 28th.
He's always first.
Done.
He's always first to get his taxes filed. I'll be
nice.
somewhere around April 16th, maybe 17th.
Last minute? Really?
I don't know why it always happens that way.
What about you?
Oh, please. I
know you. Come on, procrastinator.
2 years in a row, sometime I think in October.
You get an extension?
I get the extension. This year, though, my wife has sort of pre-planned everything. She's very meticulous about we have a lot of medical issues, you know, so we collect stuff, and she doesn't feel like she wants to do it until she has everything in line. She's a procrastinator like me.
Oh, boy. Two procrastinators in one house.
Listen, I keep a to-do list. This is all I write during the show. Check it off.
Impressive. We hate you, Evrod. Yep. Too organized.
And somehow I married the one meticulous procrastinator in the world. And proud of it. Hey, take a look at this Local 4 storm pin. We advised in our bus stop forecast yesterday, sweatshirts. And look at this. The kids are out there in the sunshine playing. This is from Tabby in Commerce Township. In the sweatshirts yesterday, we were around 60 degrees. Great looking shot there at the sun. The beauty that was Tuesday. It was a little gusty, a little windy, but today we have numbers that are going to fall short of 60. Less wind, but a couple of showers coming and going. Just can't get a perfect day. Tomorrow, just hold on. 45 in Lapeer right now. It's 42 in Pontiac, 38 Mount Clemens, 38 Ann Arbor, 42 in Monroe, 44 here at Local 4. At 44 is over in Harrow, Ontario. Here's a look at the day ahead, though, for your Wednesday. A spotty shower or two during the morning here. We see some coming in on radar. We'll show you. And then it's very hit or miss, very light. I think most of the day is drier than it is wet. Keep the umbrella handy, more so for tomorrow. But today, a couple of spotty showers or areas of drizzle, yet clouds for the most part, upper 40s to low 50s. And here are some of those showers moving into our south zone, into Lenawee County here. Fairly light stuff. A couple of heavier returns here that are cruising through our south zone over the next hour, and the lion's share of the rain today is south. But tomorrow, two systems combining, and wait until you see this. Again, just a quick little splasher dash today. Not really terribly worried about it. Don't cancel any of your plans. Tomorrow, starting out with some heavy rain during the morning drive. We could get an inch of rain. And then through the afternoon, late afternoon and evening, it's snow and what could be an inch or two accumulating through the evening. The weekend is drier as we get into the 30s to low 40s, Evrod. But boy, tomorrow will be a day to watch. Your Hansen's weather window. Ow! A dog just came into the studio, so I'm not going to go crazy with my howling. But take a look at the moon out there. Beautiful shot. We do have some areas of clearing with more clouds rolling in and rain, but a great shot of the moon there with our Hansen's weather window.
Thank you, Brandon. We've got no issues on the road this morning, so we'll let you know about a little construction that might affect your morning drive. We'll start with 696 on the eastbound side from DeQuinder to Van Dyke. We've got two lanes that will be blocked there starting at 7 a.m., so in about 45 minutes until 7 p.m. And then on 696 as well, but on the westbound side from Woodward to Evergreen, one lane will be open there from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. Rhonda, over to you.
All right, Evrod, thank you. Turning our attention to today's consumer headlines, and this is a big one. Detroit's own Big Sean has some big entertainment news for Detroiters. Plus, move over Johnny, hello Jane. But first, McDonald's is reuniting with Disney. We'll see what all that means with Maribel Aber. She joins us now live from NASDAQ. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rhonda. McDonald's and Disney are getting back together on Happy Meals starting in June. The meals will include Disney-themed toys and packaging. The first one is tied to the movie Incredibles 2. You know, Disney parted ways with McDonald's Happy Meals almost 12 years ago, reportedly over concerns about childhood obesity. But recently, McDonald's has taken steps to make the meals better balanced and lower in sodium and saturated fat. Johnnie Walker is getting some company. The whiskey maker is putting a woman on its logo for a limited time. Jane Walker. She'll make her debut in March, just in time for Women's History Month. She'll wear the same top hat and tux outfit as Johnnie Walker. I'm sure she'll wear it well. The suggested price for Jane Walker whiskey, $34 for a 750 milliliter bottle. A new theater with a music venue is planned for downtown Detroit. Rapper Big Sean and Imagine Entertainment are teaming up on this venture. The Detroit News reports the theater will open in 2020. A decision on exactly where the venue will be located is expected later this year. So we're excited to hear about that one, Rhonda.
Yes, we certainly are. Thank you, Maribel. And combining the movies along with just a live entertainment venue will be a nice addition to downtown Detroit.
It is 6:18, everybody. Up next, we're going to introduce you to our pet of the week. Here is a sneak peek at him or her. And before we go to break, let's meet today's Facebook friend for the day. This is Nick the Lyles from Northville. And we're told that Nick and his wife, pictured there, were married back in July. His wife's name is Mary. She's a first grade teacher and loves the positivity and laughter Local 4 brings to her mornings. We like to make you laugh.
Thank you, Mary and Nick. We do have some things so that you can spoil your pet. A $25 gift card to Premier Pet Supplies, any of their locations across the metro area, including Beverly Hills, Rochester Hills, Livonia, and Novi. We're back in a moment with your Pet of the Week.
Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. Time now is 6:22, and if you still have to do your taxes and you're not one of the early people, let's take a look at our Tax Help for You phone bank. We've got some experts in studio joining us live now this morning, and they are here to answer any questions that you might have. They are from the Michigan Association of Certified Public Accountants, and before you sit down to file your tax return, you're going to want to call 313-298-WDIV, and you can see the phone lines are ringing off the hook. We've got a lot of people calling in. 313-298-9348 is a number if you have any questions about your taxes. Brandon, over to you.
Well, did you see the guy in the bow tie? He was like bored. He's, you know, that bow tie means you're smart automatically. That's why I don't wear them. Give him a ring. He's waiting for you. Here we go. Weather-wise today, we do have some light showers coming into our south zone here. Lenawee, Monroe, maybe southern parts of Washtenaw County, downriver over the next 60 to 90 minutes, and a spotty shower or two throughout the day. So we're just asking you to keep the umbrella handy while you'll need it more so tomorrow than today for sure. 41 now with mainly just cloudy skies, a little bit of drip and drizzle activity here for the morning, and upper 40s to low 50s. Tomorrow we will see some heavier rain, Evrod, changing over to snow that could stack up.
Alrighty, Brandon, we want to give you a live look at our MDOT camera here. This is at I-94 and West Grand Boulevard. We've got no issues this morning. You can see traffic moving by at posted speeds. Rhonda?
Evrod, we have our Pet of the Week here with Patrice Reed representing Greyheart Greyhound Adoption. And this is Vern, a full breed Greyhound?
Yes.
And was this a racing dog?
This is a racing dog. Came out of Florida.
Okay. And so what is the care for a Greyhound? What types of pet are they?
They're a great family pet. Mm-hmm. They are. I heard he wouldn't be a good apartment dog, because some of the dogs are good apartment dogs. He needs a buddy, though. He likes to be with the pack, so he's not an alpha dog. He's more of a beta dog. He wants to follow.
Okay.
So he's not sure what to do if he doesn't have someone to follow.
Aww.
So he would do good in a home with another dog.
With another dog, okay.
Yeah.
And then what about young kids, big
He'd be
kids?
fine with kids.
Fine with kids?
He's actually okay with cats, and most of them are not, but I was told he was okay with cats.
Well, he's an all-around great dog.
Right.
Let's
He's
get
about 2.5 years old.
Okay, well, let's get Vern a home. All you have to do is call the number on your screen, 866-438-4739 for Greyheart Greyhound Adoption. Say that 3 times fast. But let's get him a home.
Yeah, let's get him a home.
All right, thank you, Patrice. Evrod, over to you.
He looks very tired this morning with that big yawn there.
He's been yawning a lot. It's early.
Time now is 6:25, everybody. Coming up next at 6:30, local stories for you from Harrison Township, West Bloomfield, and St. Clair Shores. And if you had a package stolen off of your porch recently, well, this guy might be the person responsible. We'll tell you how police were able to catch him. And many of us take them every day, but the vitamins that we take might not be doing us much good. We'll tell you the vitamins that you should be taking and when, coming up.
Good morning, everyone. If Matt Patricia had any hope of building a solid defense, having a healthy Ziggy Ansah would definitely help. And he's going to have Ansah because the Lions put the franchise tag on him yesterday. That means Ansah's going to earn $17.5 million this coming season. We've got highlights of Ansah, who was great in 2015 with 14.5 sacks, but has been hurt the past 2 seasons. Obviously, the Lions feel he's their best pass rusher. If he stays healthy, that's a huge first step for Patricia to have a guy that can pressure the opposing quarterback. NHL Wings are in St. Louis tonight to play the Blues. Yesterday, Jeff Blashill talked about the moves that the Wings have made recently. He says if it results in a cup, he's all in.
We don't want to be a team that's just outside the playoffs. We want to be a team that competes for the Stanley Cup. So if these are the necessary steps, then we understand that. We've got to keep working towards getting there.
All right, NBA Pistons were off last night. They're home tonight against the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm Bernie Smovitz. We'll see you later today at 5, 6, and 11.
Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
And we're following very tragic breaking news this morning. A man and a woman found shot to death. Right now, all signs point to a murder-suicide. We're live at the scene.
Plus, a driver targeted what police say shattered her windows.
And taking a look at the forecast on the model here, we'll talk fish. Today, with some rain, it is the little fish. But as we head into tomorrow, take a look at the big fish that's coming in. And then somehow, our big shark here gets eaten by the lesser-known snow eater fish.
What the made-up illustration was that?
Right.
I will give him credit, though, because I did see the shark.
I did see the shark as well. I did. The snow eater fish, however.
He had to redeem himself from yesterday's target. Which a lot of people tweeted me about, in fact. Like, yep, I saw the target, too.
Yes.
The record that it was supposed to be.
Right. Well, let's get over to Brandon because there is a big snow-eating fish out there.
I needed to do probably...
You got to be careful what you draw on that telestrator, Brandon.
So if I don't know, the record thing...
That looks like a donut to me.
Generational thing?
Well, keep working on it. The next time we're about to break a record, you can bring it back.
Maybe I do a record player. Like the actual... No.
Yeah, that might help with the little arm over. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember myself. Mid-40s, what a record player looks like. What is a record? Evrod, it is, it came out, it was like before the Ghetto Blaster or the, boom boxes were big. It was the record player. Anybody remember the 8-tracks?
That was a great story, Grandma.
41 degrees out there with 38 as a wind chill. So we mentioned today sort of being the little fish when it comes to wet weather. We do have some spotty showers during the morning. Low 40s during the morning, upper 40s this afternoon. And look at that, 52 degrees. We're back into the 50s with a few spotty showers. Right now, those showers just now coming into Lenawee County, and they're sort of trending in this direction. So Washtenaw, Monroe, parts of Wayne County will get some of this light rain that could slow you down a little bit as you head out and about on this Wednesday morning. But a big shark-like snow-eating fish storm is coming. Your 4-zone weather has it all set out for you, though. You can find your zone, find your 7-day on the weather tab of clickondetroit.com. Rhonda, Kim's off again.
Yes, she is. And we just have a little construction to tell you about in Pontiac. This is westbound M59 between Woodward and Telegraph, where you'll find a lane, only one lane open, actually, because of construction between 7 this morning and 5 this afternoon. If you are just waking up with us, we do want to keep you updated on breaking news we're following out of Southfield this morning.
Yeah, that's where a man and a woman were found dead near an apartment complex. Local 4's Rob Maloney is there for us live this morning. Rob, this appears to be a murder-suicide. Are police saying much more?
Yeah, well, we're getting a little bit more information. We have new information on the ages of the people involved in this, a 53-year-old male and a 46-year-old female. They have now towed 3 vehicles from the scene here. As best we can tell, one of the people died behind the wheel of the car. We believe it to be the woman. The man was outside of the car and died and was next or in between 2 other cars. It would appear that perhaps the woman drove up, was shot by the man, and then he shot himself. And that was the scene that we saw outside of this condo here at Evergreen Meadows at the corner of 696 and Evergreen Road, which is just up the street from the Southfield Civic Center and the Southfield Police Station, for that matter. And so the police spent the night investigating and are looking into what it is that might have transpired here. But it's a situation where they believe it was a murder-suicide, and we'll certainly have an update for you as the day wears on. Reporting live in Southfield, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
And also, Rod, we still don't know if there was what relationship these 2 people had with each other?
No. They are saying that they had a relationship, whether they were married, boyfriend, girlfriend. We're still waiting to find out.
All righty. Just a bizarre story, bizarre situation. Rod, thank you for the update.
We also want to keep you updated on other stories we're following from across Metro Detroit.
That includes stories from Harrison Township, West Bloomfield Township, and Novi. But we do want to start in St. Clair Shores. That's where police are searching for the person they say fired a BB gun at a woman's car. It happened late Monday night on Jefferson, where Grosse Pointe and St. Clair Shores meet. The female driver of that car says that the BB gun pellet smashed her windows. You can see the damage there. Detectives say that there have been similar incidents, but there's no indication that they're connected. The woman driving says that she was shaken up, but was not hurt.
Over in Novi, a man was arrested for a series of mail thefts across Metro Detroit. Lonnie Shoemaker is his name. He's accused of stealing mail right out of homeowners' mailboxes. He was arrested after leading police on a chase, reaching speeds of 100 miles per hour.
And a boil water advisory is still in effect for parts of West Bloomfield Township. Crews there working on repairing a water pressure issue. The advisory concerns residents and businesses in the areas east of Hiller and north of Greer Roads. Officials say that the advisory could last for at least 3 days. Residents are asked to boil water for 1 minute before use.
A group of distinguished World War II veterans were honored in a street renaming ceremony at Selfridge Air National Guard Base in Harrison Township. The Tuskegee Airmen were the first African-American pilots in history and became famous for their missions as well as their red-tailed airplanes. Brigadier General John Slocum said that it was the least that they could do for the airmen.
It's our honor to make part of this base permanently named. You know, it's a symbolic thing that we're doing, but you need to know that it comes from our heart. And I certainly appreciate the time that you've spent, the investment you've made, and the wonderful things you've done for Selfridge, for Michigan, and for our country.
What a special honor. Selfridge is renaming the street on the base from Birch Street to Tuskegee Airmen Way. So whomever thought of that, what a great idea.
Certainly. It's 6:36, everybody. Now we want to send it over to Jason Carr. He is in the Local 4 phone bank this morning with some tax help for you.
That is true. All morning long, our tax help for you. The phone bank is open. Call 313-298-WDIV. Our experts from the Michigan Association of CPAs. Yes, there is such a thing. They even wear bow ties, like that guy. The number's on your screen. We'll see you in a minute.
Vitamins are a hot topic of debate, but experts agree certain ones are essential. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, what you really need at each stage of your life.
Sky 4.
Welcome back, everybody. In good health, taking a daily vitamin or supplement is routine for many people, but does it really make a difference, or could it even be harmful depending on how many vitamins you're taking daily?
It's a good question, and on this Wellness Wednesday, our Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with the very latest research on which vitamins might help at each stage of your life.
Vitamins and supplements are a multi-billion-dollar industry in the U.S. However, there's very little good science that demonstrates a benefit in the absence of a specific deficiency. In fact, some studies suggest excessive doses of beta-carotene, folic acid, vitamin E, or even selenium could have harmful effects. Here are some vitamins, though, that we do need throughout our lives. A recently published opinion article in the Journal of the American Medical Association nicely summarized when supplements are important. Before and during pregnancy, there is clear evidence supporting folic acid, and generally, prenatal vitamins are formulated to provide adequate folate in addition to vitamin D and other micronutrients that can be beneficial during pregnancy. Now, during childhood, breastfed infants should receive supplemental vitamin D starting shortly after birth, and iron from 4 months until iron-containing foods are started. During adulthood, once you're over 50, there may be inadequate absorption of vitamin B12, so you may benefit from fortified foods or supplements. Vitamin D supplementation is recommended by some professional organizations, although the amount is still being debated and needs to be clarified in further research. Calcium supplementation is also recommended by many. However, there is ongoing debate on how much benefit there actually is and whether there could be any harm, like cardiovascular disease. Now, to be clear, we do need vitamins and minerals in general. It's just that supplementing them beyond a healthy diet is generally not necessary. In fact, nutrients are most often best absorbed by the body when eaten as food rather than a pill. Back to you.
So we just need to eat more.
Eat healthy fruits and vegetables.
Now, what kind of vitamins are in pizza?
Vitamin D, maybe, in your cheese.
Yeah, I think so. We could all use some vitamin D, right? Coming up tomorrow at 6 a.m., we're talking about the dangers of technology, from phones to laptops. There have been countless reports of devices giving off sparks. Really? Or bursting into flames. This is wild. So the question is, are you protected if this were to happen to you? We've got everything you need to know tomorrow at 6 a.m. I'm going to have to tune in to watch that.
You will be here to tune in. Yes, you'll be working. Well, all good things, as you said, Everett, come to an end, and all this warm weather we've been enjoying, the thoughts of spring flowers.
What happened? What had happened was...
What had happened was we had to wake up and realize this is what it is. Come on.
It's still winter.
It's
Reality
the last.
has set in.
Right. I guess tomorrow, technically, the beginning of meteorological spring. It is always the vernal equinox on the 21st of March. That is the technical start, but tomorrow is going to have a little bit of spring and a lot of winter returning, and you know things around here in March can go any which way. 41 right now at Metro Airport. Winds are fairly light, so wind chill's not a big deal. Clouds over us keep temperatures pretty much right where they are for the next hour or two. 38 degrees in Ann Arbor, 42 in Pontiac, and Adrian in the low 40s as well. Bus stop, 40 degrees or so for the kids. Couple of scattered showers, especially areas south of 7 or 8 Mile. A few showers coming in, so you can pack the kids with the umbrella. They may not need it today. It depends on where you are, but tomorrow we'll all need that umbrella for the bus stops in the morning. In the afternoon, again, may see a little spotty drizzle, but upper 40s to low 50s. Still looking at 10 to 12 degrees above average or normal. Rain is racing through Lenawee County right now into Monroe County. A little glancing blow across southern Washtenaw, parts of Wayne County, and the lion's share of it is to the south. But tomorrow, two systems combine and wreak havoc here for a little while. Here's this afternoon, and again, just a couple of splotches on the model here. Here's a look at that rain coming in for the morning drive. Some areas could get an inch of rain before it changes to snow, and then there's that rain-eating snowfish. I mislabeled it earlier, but now people are saying, oh, yeah, I know that one. It lasts through the early morning hours of Friday. We're more in line to believe the GFS snow model, which throws down an inch or two, maybe some heavier amounts up in the thumb. But the NAM, the North American Mesoscale model, look at this, 4 to 6 inches through tomorrow afternoon, evening, and early overnight. overnight. Again, I think it's going to be on the lower end for maybe a couple of inches around here in some spots tomorrow after some heavy soaking morning rain. Friday, Saturday, Sunday on the drier side, and the middle of next week, get ready for a real winter's return. Evrod?
Nope, I'm not. I'm not getting ready for that. I'm going to enjoy the spring while it lasts, Brandon. We've got no issues on the roads this morning, so let's talk some construction. And we've got issues or construction on the I-96 right at Kent Lake Road. One lane will be open there for starting at 9 a.m. and that'll continue through 3 p.m. And then on 375, both the north and southbound sides, north of Jefferson, one lane will be open there starting at 9 a.m. and that'll go until 3 p.m. as well. And that will continue through Thursday. All right, it's 6:45, everybody, and maybe it's because you haven't had time yet, or maybe you're just dreading the whole process, or maybe you're a big old procrastinator like some people to my left. He's not even listening.
And me.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. But either way, pretty soon you're going to have to file your taxes.
Yes, you will. The filing deadline is April 17th, but you still have over a month to do it. But we want to help you with any questions that you have. Free advice from CPAs in our phone bank this morning. That's where we find Jason Carr joining us. Good morning.
Good morning. The phones are ringing off the hook here in the tax center here at WDIV in the Local 4 compound downtown Detroit. There's a new twist to the old scam of thieves filing a tax return in your name, then pocketing your refund. And even veteran tax experts cannot believe how bold the scamsters have become. If a big fat refund check from the IRS unexpectedly shows up in your mailbox or gets deposited into your bank account, don't even think about cashing it.
And if you don't actually return it to IRS, you could get in trouble.
Tax lawyer Kelly Phillips Erb says you're likely a victim of the latest tax scam. Thieves file a bogus return using your identity, have the refund sent to you or to your account, and then try to con you out of it.
And they either pose as IRS or a debt collector associated with IRS. They will tell you that there's a refund that you're not entitled to that is in your account or in your mailbox. And they give you instructions to return it, but it gets returned not to IRS, but to the thieves.
Erb says the IRS just detected the scam around February 1st after a few hundred complaints from taxpayers.
Apparently, it is in the tens of thousands of taxpayers that have been affected by the scam, so it's growing really rapidly.
If this happens to you, just a reminder, the IRS will never contact you by phone, but you can go to its website, irs.gov, to learn how to contact them. Sound financial advice. We have information on everything you should prepare for your filing on clickondetroit.com. And as you see on the screen, you can call all morning long with your questions, 313-298-WDIV. Almost every phone here is busy right now. I see an unfinished Danish, an unfinished also Danish. She hasn't even cracked her cappuccino yet, or a frappuccino. She's been so busy answering questions. You too can have your questions answered just by calling 313-298-WDIV. And if, say, you want to learn how to tie a bow tie, we have an accountant for that right up front. Back to you guys.
Well, it goes to show you a lot of people have a lot of questions.
They do. Rhonda and Brandon actually just got done hanging out with them. All right, Jason, thank you. It is 6:48, everybody. Would you clone your pet?
No.
No?
I mean, as much as you want your pet around forever, that's a little strange to me.
There is actually a person who did it not once but twice, and they're a celebrity. You know exactly who this person is, so we'll tell you who when we come back.
See what you think about that. Also, the stories to watch for after the break as well. A couple of breaking news stories to update you on. Stay with us.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We are still following this breaking news out of Southfield. That's where a man and a woman have been found shot to death at the Evergreen Meadows apartment complex. Investigators believe that the deaths were part of a murder-suicide.
We are also following breaking news from Detroit's west side. Police there are investigating after a man was shot in the head during a shootout between two cars at Curtis and Foyer Streets. The shootout came just moments after a crash between two other vehicles in that same intersection.
And the suspect wanted in connection to this armed robbery and attempted sexual assault of a 61-year-old woman in a downtown Detroit parking garage. The man has turned himself in. The 25-year-old suspect is currently being questioned by police.
In today's stories to watch for, the man caught on camera dragging a woman's body from a home in broad daylight is expected to be charged today. The victim was a 58-year-old mother of two and may have been homeless.
The search for a rogue hit-and-run driver in Riverview continues this morning. There you saw the man get hit. That victim was crossing the street right at Fortin, Pennsylvania around 8 p.m. last night when that driver hit him and sped off. If you have any information about this, please call Riverview Police.
And classes will resume today down in Florida at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, just 2 weeks after a gunman opened fire, taking the lives of 17 students and staff. The freshman building where most of the bloodshed happened will remain closed permanently.
The teen accused of making threats against South Lyon High School on social media will be in court today for a probable cause hearing. Ryan DeBruni is charged with making a false report of threat of terrorism. He faces a maximum of 20 years in prison. Jason?
Good morning. The Tax Help for You, Help Me Hank hotline. We are open for business here in Studio B at the WDIV compound. You see the number on your screen. It just flashed up there on the banner graphic below. 313-298 WDIV, 313-298-WDIV. Superhero certified public accountants are standing by live to take your phone calls. Any question you have regarding your tax status or your filing, you can call the hotline on the screen. They will happily answer your questions. Ashley right here is a form of superhero. She may not be Wonder Woman or Black Panther or Superman or Batman, but where money is concerned and your taxes are concerned, she is from another planet. She is your superhero, and she is standing by live, as are all of these fine individuals. Call now if you have any concerns, need any help. We're here for you. Let's go back to the studio.
Good looking shot downtown here, where we do get a little glimpse of that sun trying to come up here, which is officially in about 15 minutes, 41 degrees with a southwest wind that's on the lighter side and not a real gusty wind today. We do have a few showers moving in through our south zone, through Lenawee, Washtenaw, Monroe counties, maybe downriver parts of Wayne, but mostly cloudy most of the day, upper 40s to low 50s. Couple of hit or miss showers, not much to worry about, but tomorrow during the morning drive, heavy rain, likely going to get an inch or so of rain, and then snow that could stack up a couple of inches as well. Going to be an interesting day tomorrow, Rhonda.
Sounds like it, Brandon. Thank you. Meanwhile, we just picked up an accident for drivers along the I-75 stretch through Woodhaven. This is for northbound drivers right at West Road. An accident there is blocking the right lane, and you can see that traffic is slow in the area.
All right, everybody, let's talk about Barbra Streisand. It's today's talker, in fact. The Hollywood legend is doing something very interesting with her dogs.
So in an interview with Variety magazine, Streisand discussed her life and her career and revealed that 2 of her dogs are actually clones of her first dog, Samantha, who died last year, while her 3rd fur baby is a distant cousin of Samantha's.
That's scary.
Yeah, Streisand says the cloned dogs have different personalities and aren't much like Samantha at all. Here are Streisand's 3 dogs. You see pictures: Miss Violet, Miss Scarlet, and Miss Fanny. Miss Violet, I guess, Miss Scarlet are the 2 clones.
If you're wondering how much this costs you, well, it can be anywhere from $25,000 to $100,000. Would you clone one of the Rue fur babies if you could?
Probably
no.
not. Doesn't your dog like eat sofas and shoes and stuff?
And bring birds into the house?
She's grown, that's the cat. She's grown out of that. But neither are perfect, and we love them that way, and I guess you don't want to, I don't know. You know, people get so attached to their animals. I understand it. They're just like their kids, and if
they came out with a completely different personality, then you could just get the same breed
there you go.
Dog again.
And then what's next? Are we going to be cloning people?
I hope not.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, great-grandma.
Thank you. There were a few people at home that just said, well, I hope they clone the weather guy. That would be pretty awesome.
Oh my gosh, another Brandon Rue.
So they can put pins in their voodoo doll when you get the forecast that they don't like.
Have a great day, everybody.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Duplicity.